Today I'm going to be talking about a few traditional German foods that are extremely common to eat while in Germany. But first I'm going to give you a little background on the German culture surrounding their meals. In a traditional German household, it's typical to have 3 meals a day, a breakfast, lunch, and dinner as we would know them. A traditional breakfast usually consists of a warm beverage, a bread, some kind of cheese, and some kind of meat, usually a sausage of some variety. Usually the only part of a German beverage that is warm is the drink, and the rest is usually cold. Um, for lunch, according to GermanFoods.org, a traditional German lunch is the largest meal of the day. This usually consists of a meat, usually pork or chicken, a vegetable, and some sort of starch like potatoes. This most resembles what an American would consider to be a dinner. For dinner, German families usually this is kind of their smallest meal of the day because their main meal is in the middle, so it's usually something like a soup or salad or sandwich, usually served with some kind of alcohol. That's really just a meal to get the person to the breakfast of the next day to keep them full. A lot of Germans will have a second breakfast as a snack because their lunches don't happen until about 2 p.m. While in America it's usually around noon or so. Um, so Germans have some particular table manners. According to GermanWay.com, most German foods are meant to be eaten with utensils. This even includes things like French fries or burgers. You would be expected to cut your French fries with a knife and then eat them, in bite-sized pieces, and then eat them with a fork. Unlike here in America, where those would be considered common finger foods. Um, yeah, it's extremely uncommon to see someone eating uh, foods with their hands and not utensils in Germany. Um, Also mentioned by etiquettescholar.com, your hand should always be visible above the table. It's considered rude to have your hands below the table. However, it is also rude to put your elbows on the table. Now that you have a little bit of background, I would like to address a few of the most common German dishes or foods. So the first one I have is Spatzel, um, which is an egg noodle pasta. Next is Bratwurst, which is a pork sausage. It's kind of probably the one that most people would be the most familiar with. And then we have Kartoffeln, which is fried potatoes in oil, bacon, and onions for flavor, which is look like this. Um, from there, we have Schnitzel, which is thinly sliced meat, which is battered and fried. So it would be something like this. From there, we have Goulash, which is thick pieces of meat cooked with a rich sauce. So it looks something like this. Um, and then lastly, we have pretzels, which pretzels in Germany are a little bit special. They're a little bit different than American pretzels. Um, in America, pretzels are traditionally they're softer, while in Germany they have a hard outer shell and they have dry insides. They're usually they have a lot of salt on top, and they're usually coated in butter and served with mustard as a dip. Now, if you ever find yourself in Germany, you'll be more prepared for what to expect when going out to a restaurant or eating out. Thank you.